Oh, thank you. Hey, everybody. Welcome to McKellar Motivational Monday. Sometimes I make it on Mondays. So here we are. And I want to see how you guys are all doing before we jump into the topic of how to feel happier, which is what I want to talk about today. Playing overhead. Hey, Carlos. How you doing? I was just talking about you today. I'll tell you later. Um, So before we do talk about some life hacks about how to be happy, I want to do some shout outs. So tell me your name because it's hard for me to read off the handles sometimes. Your actual name and where you are, where you're watching from, and then I can do a shout out. I'll hit some of you. I won't get all of them. Um, Hello, McGill from Peru. But if you want a for sure shout out, then over here on Instagram, I'm doing a fundraiser for an organization called My Stuff Bags. And anyone who donates even $5, I will do a shout out to your name. My Stuff Bags is an amazing organization that helps kids who are newly in the foster care system. They're taken from abused homes and they often are ripped from these abusive, scary homes with nothing of their own. So this organization gives them a bag that has a blanket, a stuffed animal, a book, an age-appropriate toy, and they just do amazing work. I was just there on Monday, actually. It's a very small organization, which I love. I love small charities because you know that your money is actually going to something worthwhile, not to a big administrative um, cost structure. Thank you, Karen No 1981 for $10. Thank you, Kevin Sturmer for $10. It all adds up. Hey, Robbie Bobby from Toronto, Michelle from California, Jose from Argentina. Aw, thanks, Steve from Ohio, Harry from Winnipeg. I shot in Winnipeg once. I heard that I got there at just the right time. We shot in May and June a couple years ago. Like, oh, it's finally warmed up, it's not freezing, and it's not mosquito season yet, is what I was told. So that was lucky. So, you guys, I want to talk about some things that have helped me when I just need to feel in a better mood. There's so much stuff going on these days. Like, more and more, it feels like. And whether you're watching the news or you're just on social media scrolling through the news, it's a lot to take on. And it's too much to take on, and it bogs us down. And I feel like more than ever, we need to remind ourselves of the things we can do to just feel better. Because how can we live our optimal lives if we're not feeling good? Wow, 10 donations already, you guys. That's amazing. And I'll go back and read off names and do shout outs in a moment. But I just want to talk about, first of all, I would love to hear, hi Sarah. I would love to hear your ideas as well. As I'm talking about things, I would love to hear your ideas for things that you do to feel better. You stopped watching the news, Maddie? That's probably a really good idea. But the news gets to us anyway, even if we stop watching it, which I do recommend. He's Sarah from Brooklyn, New York. There's one thing that I don't think people talk about enough, and that's just taking care of basic needs. I'll tell you something. This past weekend, I had a chance to just rest and recuperate and I had such a busy week before, and I've got a busy week this week. But over the weekend, I had a chance to really just sleep and eat healthy food and exercise. And I realized, oh, I feel like this just happy bliss just bubbling up for no reason at all. It's because I was taking care of myself. I think I know I'm guilty of this. The last priority on the list is taking care of myself for some reason, even though you can't pour from an empty vessel, right? You donated? Thank you, JCB. You go to CrossFit, Charlie, to release stress. That's great. Yes, prayer and scripture, Robin. Walking helps you. Reading a book, Phoebe. Depending on the book, I guess. Doing brilliant jujitsu works for you. Oh my goodness. Music, yes. Stepping away from devices. Exercising and getting involved in volunteering activities, Jorge. I love that. Yes, giving back can make us feel so good. My grandmother, who lived to be 99 years old, she always said, Danica, best way to feel happy is to make other people happy. So let's read off some donations. You guys, you are rock stars. We've already raised $275. Amazing. Thank you, Sarah Brittany Berger, for $10. And by the way, for you on Facebook watching, if you want to jump over to Instagram, I'm raising money for a place called My Stuff Bags, a wonderful organization helping foster kids. And if you donate even $5 over there, I will read your name. Thank you, Sarah Brittany Berger, for $10. Thank you, Mr. Cruz, for $10. Thank you, JCV7487 for $10. Thank you, Zane Jared, for $10. Thank you, Go Blue Rob 3776 for $25. Thank you, Jeanette Shirley, for $15. Thank you, Cindy Farrar 353 for $10. Thank you, Omega 5 for $7.47. Thank you, Mrs. Bullum, for $10. Thank you, Duran Airborne, for $10. Thank you, Strong Free CDN, for $11.71. Thank you, Michelle 7612 for $10. Thank you, Aline Torres Williams, for $10. And thank you, Teresa Robertson, for $25. Oh, there's more. Thank you, Aaron the Jewish Dude, for $5. Lynn Meifeld for $25. Thank you, Mike Hino Joseph 58 for $50. Thank you so much. That's so generous. Wow, you guys. How many minutes have we been on? We've already $275. That's incredible. That's really amazing. That's going to make a big difference for a small organization like that who does amazing work. Getting sunlight, cold showers, that's interesting. Drinking a lot of water and good sleep, yes. That's something else I did such a good job of this weekend. I'm going to pat myself on the back. I drank so much water. I really stayed hydrated, and that makes such a difference. Think about it. Our cells, in order to operate, and our feelings are very physical. Our feelings are physical. The chemicals that affect our brain and the way we feel is physical. How do you give money, Daryl? By going to Instagram. Find my live on Instagram. I'm over $400 already? How is that even possible? Wow, you guys. This is amazing. I'll get to more of those soon. But taking care of ourselves is something that's so foundational that we end up forgetting it. Your son loves math. He's in 4th grade. How do you keep his interest in it? Well, first of all, it's awesome that he loves it. I have a book called The Times Machine, which is super fun for his age. And keep challenging him. That's my short answer. And my books are available in libraries as well if you don't want to spend the money. They're also available at used bookstores online for really cheap. So there's a way to get access to the information. Hey, Conrad, Brad's happy almost birthday. You're asking me to speak Spanish. I don't speak Spanish very well at all. How come so many people are asking me to speak Spanish? What happened over here on Facebook? What's going on, guys? Hola, buenas noches. Thanks, Maddie. You're great. I feel like I was making a point somewhere and then forgot it. I got to give some shout outs. Yes, we're already $450. You guys are mind blowing. Thank you, N. Loconte, for $5. Thank you, Tiny Dancer MJ, for $5. Thank you, Patrick de Blasi, for $10. Thank you, Ann K. Elbury, for $35. Thank you so much. Thank you, Life is an Adventure 80, for $50. Thank you so much. It's so generous. Thank you, J Ponder 9, for $10. King Fay 21 for $10. Thank you, Skier 1968 for $10. Thank you, AJ Bulak Clack, for $10. Thank you, London O. Jeffrey, for $5. Thank you, William Frank, for $25. You guys are amazing. Incredible. It all adds up. If you listen, most of the donations are around $10. Most of them. And it adds up. Oh, well, you're welcome, Patrick. I'm glad I did. It does feel good to help others. You guys, we're a community, even though we are often living very far apart from people that we interact with online. We are a community. We need to be here for each other and support each other, especially when sometimes it feels like the world doesn't want that. The world seems to be profiting off of people not getting along, people not coming together. So we need to work that much harder. So foundationally, in order to feel happy, we got to take care of ourselves. Basic stuff: sleep, water, healthy food, exercise, get those circulation going. And even if you can't do a lot of exercise, you don't have to do a lot of exercise. What you need to do is circulate your blood. So even just stretching. Hey, who wants to do something right now? Just a little shoulder rolls. Welcome, Aileen. Shoulder rolls. The other way. Call a friend that you haven't talked to in a long time. Yeah, that's a great idea. Essential oils. That's true. We have to think about all of the senses. And when we smell something just wonderful that makes us relax, it affects us. Oh, I think before I was just talking about how we are connected very physically. So when we drink, that's what I was going to say earlier, like 5 minutes ago. When we drink water, it plumps up our cells. It plumps up our cells, and then we're able to, our body, our cells are able to do what they're supposed to do. When we read in a textbook how the body looks and how it's supposed to operate and where the organs are supposed to be and how all that functions, that's like in the ideal case of what it can do. But because of stress and because of like bad posture and not enough sleep and not enough water, our body has to like figure out workarounds. And I just feel like we need to feed our bodies more. We can't see the damage that we're doing by not giving it these basic things. So sleep, water, healthy food, a little movement to keep the circulation going. Then we can start to work on other things like, oh, hey, what's my purpose in life? Because when we are fulfilling our purpose, we're pursuing it, we will feel so much more full and good. And life is more of a joy then, because you're helping other people. You're fulfilling the purpose of why we were put on this planet, and not just going from distraction to work, distraction to passing out. And another, a lot of us wake up in the morning and get on our phones. What's going on in the news? Oh my gosh. Wow. 15 disasters. Okay, I guess it's time to start the day. And we use our phone as a distraction in so many ways where we're using it for work, but at the same time, it's, the currency these days is attention, and we're just giving it away. It's like giving away money. We're just giving away our attention. So, yes, it's difficult to stay positive. It's very difficult to stay positive, especially when we're inundated with information all the time. Today, Facebook and Instagram went down for a few hours. And I was working today, so it didn't really like affect me. But we're thinking, that's interesting. How many people and how many of you guys felt really affected by that? Where you're, like looking for what you usually see and it's not there. Imagine if like the internet just went down. What would we do? How would we conduct our day? Do you think we'd be so much more productive? We probably would be so much more productive. We wouldn't know as much of what was going on around us in the outside world, but we'd probably feel better. I don't know. I'm not saying we should get rid of the internet. I'm not saying I'm going to get rid of social media, but it's just worth thinking about how much time we spend distracting ourselves from what our purpose is on this planet. Thank you, Leanne. Taking a bath with Epsom salt is a great, wonderful relaxation and detox as well. I feel like I missed a lot of comments here. Don't forget to breathe. I love that. Well, let's see some more donations here. We got even more. Wow, you guys were almost at $700. That's incredible. Thank you, S. Krogerson 32 for $20. Thank you, Kit Kat Ottiger for $25. Thank you, Shepany for $10. Thank you, Alicia Hope for $10. Thank you, Sheila Iyengar for $10. Thank you, Molly Gurin for $50. That's so generous. Thank you so much. Thank you, B. Schoenvogel for $10. Thank you, Miss Tasha for $7.86. Thank you, Randy Burke for $100. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Randy. That's so generous. Thank you so, so much. You guys are amazing. Wow. Blows my mind. So, distractions are making us unhappy. I guess that's my thesis. All the distractions are making us unhappy and unsatisfied, unfulfilled. And then we pass out and go to sleep and wake up the next morning and look for our distractions again. We got to remember to take care of our bodies physically. And then remember that if we can find our purpose, and how do you find your purpose? What am I good at that I love doing that can help the world? What am I good at that I love doing that can help the world? And that can be helping the world in some very small way. But if you find that thing, and you pursue that thing, that will fulfill you. And in the meantime, If we can work on doing the very best job, or whatever our job is, do the very best at it and feel that pride and satisfaction in our work ethic, that's the kind of gift that you give yourself that nobody else can give you and nobody can take away. It's the same type of work ethic that I teach my readers in my math books, that math can be challenging, life can be challenging, but when you come up against one of those struggles, you want to develop yourself into a person that says, it's a good thing I got me on my side. It's a good thing I got me on my side. And that kind of resilience comes from practicing coming up against challenges and obstacles and overcoming them, sticking it out. That kind of thing, when you're, whatever job you have, if you just stick it out and do the best job you can do, that kind of pride that you can fill yourself with, that will help you feel happy. That gives you that self-respect. All right, let's see, we got some more donations here, I think. Thank you, Miss Tasha, for $7.86. Thank you, DJ Joey B, for $10. We are over $700 now, you guys. Amazing. Thank you, Oscar. If we listen to our minds and bodies tell us that, yes, if we listen, so yes, Corey, if we listen to what our minds and body tell us that we need, we will prevail. We'll thrive. Ooh, I like that, Luke. Expectations are the thieves of happiness. That is so true. You give your job 110%, Angela. You've got pride in your career. That's wonderful. That's wonderful, guys. I don't know, man. It's a crazy world out there. It's a crazy world out there right now. We gotta support each other, take care of ourselves, take care of those around us. Give back when you can. Feels good. And don't forget the basics. Baseline basics of taking care of ourselves. You might be amazed at how far that goes. I think because we are so distracted so often with our social media, we forget the basics. We're become more concerned about, checking up on the world and checking in on ourselves. Well, what's going on with me today? How can I be the best version of myself and then give that back to the world? All right, let's take one last peek. I feel like somebody else. No, that's. Do I look sleepy? You stepped out of your box and volunteered for Compassion at a local concert. You're so excited. That's wonderful. Congratulations, Sandra. That's so great. Yes, unity, compassion, and empathy are key. Yes, we need to unplug sometimes, Joe. I agree. Working long hours on a new system that has a lot of issues while trying to be positive. Yeah, and you know what? Positivity takes energy. How are you going to get energy? Because the world will drag us down, right? You want to be positive? That takes energy because you're having to sort of go against the grain of what the world would pull you in its undertow. So to have energy to do that, what do we need? Sleep, healthy food, water, and some exercise. Check them off the list, you guys. Take care of yourselves. Thank you to everybody who donated. I hope that you took this very simple but practical advice to heart, because even though it seems simple, most of us don't do them. Most of us don't do these basic things. Let's face it. Let's be honest with ourselves. Yes, people need a hug, Angela. I agree. Well said, Sheila. Things should be done sincerely. Comparison invites misery. I like that, Jana. That's true. That's true. And where do we get a lot of comparison? On social media. Oh, yes. Math Doesn't Suck. That's the first book I ever wrote. I have a whole bunch of books for kids, ages 0 to 16 at mckellarmath.com if you want to check it out. Oh, wait, there's one more. Thank you, Greg Holscher, for $10. $719.90. Pretty amazing. Thank you, everyone. Feel good and be your best self. And in order to do that, you gotta take care of yourself. Much love. Mwah. Bye.